So here comes Corey Dulaney. By the way, we were supposed to have, prior to this bout, a fight between Andrew Havener and David Lewis. Lewis had had some medical issues and precautions that prevented him from being fit enough to be able to take the fight. So hope he gets well soon, and Andrew Havener hopefully get back in the cage soon. But Corey Dulaney in our co-main event out of the Team Chaos camp, Columbus, Ohio, 2 of 4. Dulaney is 31 years old, 5'7", works with Frank Leslie, Chris Miner, Samaj Portis, who we talked to earlier, Josh Delgadillo, Frank Leslie, and others at that camp. Now, pro boxer as well is Corey Dulaney, or has been, 5'11-3", the boxing record for Dulaney. Dulaney most recently had an armbar loss in 49 seconds to Weston Wilson. That was in September of last year. And then had a boxing bout prior to that, a unanimous decision loss. And then prior to that, a loss in Titan FC in 1:31. And then a knee bar loss in the first round in Ohio Combat League. Victories prior to that, his last victory was in January of 2020. That was against Alfred Leisure, a split decision win. And then had a 45-second punch victory to start things out in Ohio Combat League over Yohei Rojas. Back to the cage. Here's Jeff.
And now, help me welcome to the cage his opponent, David Robbins.
A very popular David Robbins comeback story for Ruthless, a 30-year-old, so accomplished. 4 amateur titles for David Robbins in his career, 2 of them in MMA, 2 of them in Muay Thai. 8-2 amateur Muay Thai record, was the Valor 155-pound pro lightweight champion, had 2019 pro knockout of the year, 2019 pro submission of the year, ranked number 2 as a pro lightweight in the state of Tennessee. Coach Joseph Long, the 4 amateur titles. And he gets a great reaction from the crowd.
His return, the crowd is giving him the love he deserves.
David Robbins talked to us about his background and his comeback story. David Robbins had a drug addiction, arrested 5 times, was trying to commit suicide, and was saved, and now has a new lease on life, and clean, and back to doing what he loves and he's so good at, and that's being a professional MMA fighter.
Now, it's awesome to hear his story. It's awesome to see him back. You're really excited to see David Robbins. He's came and trained at my gym. He's a great guy. I can't say enough good things about him. And he's got a tough test ahead of him.
Take a look
Corey Dulaney.
Sorry, Tom, take a look at the tail of the tape. Robbins 1 year younger than Dulaney, 2 inches taller. It's a 165-pound catchweight bout, so both of the guys are below it. And David Robbins with that terrific record at 6-0-1 and trying to get back on track. And this is a guy with his story. If he continues on a positive path and with his skill set, he can make it to the big shows and that are there in play. So wish him the best. But Corey Dulaney's got something to say about that in this co-main event. Back to Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening is your first professional bout of the night. It is sponsored by Action 24/7. It's a catchweight fight contested at 165 pounds, and it is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and it is your co-main event of the evening. Your first fighter, fighting out of the Allure Properties blue corner. He weighed in at 162.6 pounds. He has a record of 2 wins with 4 losses. He represents Team Chaos, and he's come all the way from Columbus, Ohio, to play spoiler tonight. This is Corey Dulaney! And his opponent, out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner, and making his 2-year layoff return, he weighed in at 164.2 pounds. He has a record of 6 wins with no losses and 1 no contest. He's always representing the American Killer Bees, but now he's doing it from Somerset, Kentucky. This is David Ruthless Robbins.
All right, we're ready for action.
All right, I thought they were going to do the official final instructions on the mic. So Corey Dulaney in the black trunks, the blue trunks. David Robbins in the black trunks. And this bout, first pro bout of the night, presented by Action 24/7. Catchweight bout at 165. 3 5-minute rounds. Pro MMA here in Chattanooga.
David using a good job of that Muay Thai. And we see Corey Dulaney going for a takedown. I would have not expected this. David attempting a triangle. Big shot by Corey. David does a good job of closing his guard. Let's see if he's going to swing that armbar. It looks like it. Oh, he's going for that triangle. A little bit of head control will lock this in. Pull it in. Now the fence is kind of in his way right now.
Oh, slam.
Big slam, but that could get you in more trouble. You got to be smart when you do that. If I was David, I would know that he's going to try to do it again and look to hook the leg when the second one comes.
I've seen that work against guys that try to do it. Jimmy Neely, our referee, looking in close.
Yeah, he's locking it. He's got that hand, and now he's got something under it. He's just got to, are we at that crease or not? It's hard to tell with that cage right there.
Oh, man.
But it's looking better and better for Dave as it goes. This is a bad position for him. He's got to actively get out, not just try to punch.
Delaney's out. It's over.
It's out.
It is over. That arm drooped, and it is over. David Robbins, 2 years out. The comeback story.
That's awesome to see. David back. Climbed the cage. He deserved this. He worked hard for it. Happy he's back.
It's got to be a great feeling. He just seemed like in such a good place, at peace, clear mind, now being clean and
striking look crisp.
Yeah.
Did the right thing on the grappling.
Wow, yeah, tough loss for Corey Dulaney as he was in a top position after he took David Robbins down.
I got caught with a clean shot. Look at this right here. We got Dave locking it in.
Yeah, this is a finish.
Dave's the black belt. As soon as he flattens, this is the sign of an end. He should have not been punched, and Dave's got this right on his head.
Right. You can
and
see
then
it
look.
Start to slow down.
And that was
and
it.
He straightened out and drooped the arm, yeah.
And another victory. Perfect record for Dave.
So the corner was saying you should have never been there. What were they talking about in terms of, I guess, position to, be submitted?
They never on the ground is what they were
Gotcha.
referring to. We
Okay.
shouldn't have tried to take you down.
Gotcha. Good show of respect for both. David is a class act. And Corey Dulaney, who still has plenty in front of him, will fall to 2-5. And David Robbins now 7-0 with a 1-no contest. Make it official. Here's Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Jimmy Neely, stops us about at 1 minute and 27 seconds of the first round. Your winner by submission by way of triangle choke, David Ruthless Robbins.
All smiles from Dave. Good show with